Assalamu alaikum. In this video, I have picked list number 1 from majortest.com, which is comprising of 100 words. I am going to repeat each word for 50 times in order to memorize it for a long time and easily. So let's get started. But before going to start, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for my motivation in order to bring more videos like this. I have this equipment with me to count word for 50 times, another mobile where words are in PDF form to start. So let's get started. First word from the first group is abort. So let's start. Aborhead, 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 Aborhead. Bigot narrow-minded, 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 bigot narrow-minded. Counterfeit fake, 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 counterfeit fake. Enfranchise giving voting rights. 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 Enfranchise giving voting rights, 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 enfranchise giving voting rights. Hamper, hinder, 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 hamper, hinder. Kindle to start a fire. 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 Kindle to start a fire, 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 Kindle to start a fire. Kindle to start a fire, 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 Kindle to start a fire. Kindle to start a fire, 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 Kindle to start a fire. Noxious, harmful, 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 noxious, harmful. Placid calm, 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 placid calm. remuneration payment for work done, 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 remuneration payment, 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 payment, remuneration 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 payment. Talisman lucky charm, 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 talisman lucky charm. So now first group 1 of list 1 10 words have been completed, which are abhor, hate, bigot, counterfeit. So abhor, hate, bigot, narrow-minded, counterfeit, fake, enfranchise, giving voting rights, hamper, hinder, kindle, to start a fire, noxious, harmful, placid, calm, remuneration, payment for work done, and talisman, lucky charm. So these first 10 words are completed. So now moving towards group 2 of 10 words. Let's start. Abrasive, rough, 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 bilk, cheat, 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 cheat, bilk, cheat, bilk, cheat, bilk, cheat, bilk, cheat, bilk, cheat, bilk, cheat, Milk 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 cheat. Convert, covert, covert hidden, 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 covert or covert or covered, covered hidden, covered hidden, covered hidden, hidden, covered 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 hidden. Engender cause. Engender cause, 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 engender cause. Engender cause, engender cause, engender cause, engender cause. Engender cause, engender cause, engender cause, engender cause, engender cause, engender cause. Engender cause, 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 engender cause. Naughty complex. Naughty complex, 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 naughty complex. Nuance, something subtle. Nuance, something subtle. Nuance, something subtle. Nuance, something subtle. Non-subtle, 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 non-subtle. Taking credit for someone else. Plagiarism. Plagiarism. Taking credit for someone else writing idea. For someone else. Plagiarism. 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 Taking credit for someone else ideas. 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 Plagiarism, taking credit for someone else's 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 ideas. Plagiarism, taking credit for someone someone else ideas, plagiarism taking credit for 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 someone else ideas. Renowned fame. So renowned fame, 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 renowned fame. Tangent going off the main subject, going tangent going off. Tangent going off, 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 tangent going off from the main subject of the main subject, tangent going off the main subject, tangent going off the main subject, tangent going off, 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 tangent going off the main subject, tangent going off the main subject, tangent going off the main subject, tangent going off the main subject. So now I have completed group 2 of 10 words of list 1. Now let's move towards group 3 of 10 words. Abasement, humiliation, abasement, humiliation, abasement, humiliation, humiliation, abasement, 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 humiliation, abasment, humiliation, abasement, humiliation, abasement, humiliation, abasment, humiliation, abasement, 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 humiliation. Billowing, swelling, billowing, swelling, billowing, swelling, blowing, swelling, billowing, swelling, swelling, blowing, 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 swelling. Cover, shrink away from. C-O-W, yeah, cover, cover, shrink away from. Cover, shrink away from, 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 cover, shrink away from. Enhance, improve, 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 enhance, improve. Harangue, no, harangue, noisy, 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 attacking speech. Harangue, noisy, harangue, noisy, harangue, noisy, harangue, noisy, harangue, noisy, harangue, attacking speech, 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 harangue, attacking speech. Labyrinth, a maze. Labyrinth, a maze, 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 Labyrinth 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 maze. Labyrinth maze, 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 labyrinth maze. Nullify to counter, 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 nullify to counter. Nullify to counter, 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 nullify to counter. Plaintiff petitioner, 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 plaintiff petitioner. Replete full, replete full, replete foot full, replete 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 full. Tangible can be touched. Tangible can be touched. Tangible can be touched. Tangible can be touched. Tangible touch, tangible touch, tangible can be touched, 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 tangible can be touched. Tangible can be touched, 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 tangible can be touched. Tangible can be touched, 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 tangible can be touched. So now group 3 of 10 words of list number 1 from majortest.com have been completed. Now let's move towards this group number 4. Group 4 started. Abrogate, cancel. Abrogate, cancel. Abrogate, cancel. abrogate, cancel, 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 abrogate, cancel. Blasphemy, speech which often release just sentiment. Blasphemy is speech which often releases sentiments. Blasphemy is speech which often releases sentiment. Blasphemy is speech which often releases sentiment. Blasphemy is speech which often releases sentiment. Blasphemy is speech which often releases sentiments. Blasphemy is speech which often releases sentiment. Blasphemy is speech which often releases sentiment. Blasphemy is speech which often releases sentiment. If blasphemy is speech which often releases sentiment. Blasphemy is speech which offendly 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 sentiment. If blasphemy is speech which offendly sentiment. Blasphemy is speech which offendly sentiment. Blasphemy is speech which offendly sentiment. Blasphemy which offends. Blasphemy is speech which often leads sentiment. 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 Blasphemy 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 which often leads sentiment. Credible believer. Credible, believable, 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 credible, believable. Credible, believable, 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 credible, believable. Credible, believable, 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 credible, believable. Credible, believable, 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 credible, believable. Enigma puzzle. Enigma puzzle, 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 enigma puzzle. Enigma puzzle, 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 enigma puzzle. Enigma puzzle, 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 enigma puzzle. Harbinger indicators. Harbinger's indicator, 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 Harbinger's indicators in Harbinger indicators, Harbinger indicators, Harbinger indicator, 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 Harbinger indicator. Labyrinth, complicated. Labyrinthine, labyrinthine, complicated, 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 labyrinthine, complicated. Nadal, cuddle. Nadal cuddle, 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 nadal cuddle. Nadal cuddle, 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 nadal cuddle. Nadal cuddle, 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 nadal cuddle. Nadal cuddle, 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 cuddle, applauded, strong giving, statement giving strong praise, giving, applauded, statement giving strong praise, applauded, strong praise, applauded 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 praise. Applauded praise, 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 applauded praise. Applauded praise, 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 applauded praise. Reprehensible, shameful, 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 reprehensible, reprehensible, shameful, 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 reprehensible, shameful. Reprehensible, shameful, reprehensible, shameful, reprehensible, shameful, reprehensible, shameful, reprehensible, shameful, reprehensible, shameful, reprehensible, shameful. Tardy, slow, late, go to late. Tardy, slow. Tardy, slow, 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 tardy, slow. Tardy slow, 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 tardy slow. Tardy slow, 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 tardy slow. Tardy slow, 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 tardy slow. Tardy slow, 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 tardy slow. So group 4 of 10 words completed. Now we will move toward group 5 of 10 words. Absolution, forgiveness, pardon. Absolution, forgiveness. Absolution, forgiveness, 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 absolution, forgiveness. Absolution, forgiveness, 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 absolution, forgiveness. Blatant, obvious. Blatant, obvious, 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 blatant, obvious. Creditable, praiseworthy. 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 Ensconce, establish firmly in a position. Firmly. Ensconce, establish 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 family, 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 ensconce, establish family. Hassan Hari, 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 Hassan, 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 Hassan Hari, 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 Hassan Hari. Laceration cut, laceration cut. Laceration cut, 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 laceration cut. Laceration cut, 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 laceration cut. Obdurate, stubborn, 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 obdurate, stubborn. Plausible, believable, can be believed. Plausible, believable. Plausible can be believable, plausible, believable, plausible, believable, believable, plausible, 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 believable. Reprieve, postpone, spite. Reprieve, respite, 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 reprieve, reprise, respite, reprieve, 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 respite. Reprieve, respite, 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 reprieve, respite. Tawdry, tawdry, little value. Tawdry, 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 little value. Tawdry, little value, tawdry, little value, tawdry, little value, tawdry, little value, tawdry, little value. Tawdry, little value, 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 tawdry. Little value tadra, 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 little value, 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 tadra, little value. So group 5 of 10 words completed. Now we will move towards group 6 of 10 words. I am coming in a minute. I am back. Let's start group 6 of 10 words. Abstain, withdraw, 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 abstain, withdraw. Abstain, desist, absent, desist, absent, desist, abstain, 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 desist. Abstain, desist, 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 abstain, desist. Absent resist, absent resist, absent resist, absent resist, absent resist. Belated damage. Blighted damage, 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 blighted damage. Credulous, gullible. Credulous, gullible, 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 credulous 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 gullible. Credulous gullible, 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 credulous gullible. Enshroud cover, 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 enshroud cover. Haughtiness, arrogance. Haughtiness, arrogance, 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 haughtiness, haughtiness, arrogance. Lachrimose tearful. Lachrimose said, 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 Lachrimose tearful, 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 Lachrimose tearful. Obfuscate, obfuscate. Deliberately make something difficult to understand. To make something difficult. Obfuscate 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 to make something difficult, obfuscate, to make something difficult, to obfuscate, to make something difficult, 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 obfuscate, to make something difficult. Plethora access, 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 plethora, plethora access, 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 many, plethora access, 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 repudiation, 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 tedium boredom, 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 tedium boredom. So, group 6 of 10 words completed. Now we will move towards group 7. So let's start group 7. Abstemious self-denying, abstemious denying, 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 abstemious denying. Abstemious denying, 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 abstemious denying. Blith, carefree. Blith Blithe, Blitz carefree. Blitz carefree, 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 Blitz carefree. Blitz carefree, Blitz carefree, Blitz carefree, Blitz carefree. Blitz carefree, 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 Blitz carefree. Blitz carefree, 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 Blitz carefree. Blitz carefree, 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 Blitz carefree. Crepuscular, active at dawn and dusk. 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 Enunciation, clear pronunciation. 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 Enunciation, pronunciation, clear. Enunciation, clear. Enunciation, clear pronunciation. 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 Clear pronunciation. Head strong, stubborn. 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 Head strong, Head is strong, stubborn, 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 head is strong, stubborn. Lackluster dull. Lackluster dull, 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 lackluster dull. Lackluster dull, 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 lackluster dull. Objective unbiased, objective unbiased. Objective unbiased, 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 objective unbiased. Pliable, flexible, 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 pliable, flexible. Rescind, repeal, rescind, 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 repeal, 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 rescind, repeal. Temper, soften, 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 temper, temper soften, 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 temper soften. List number group 7 completed. Now we will move towards Group 8. Hmm. F2 difficult, obscure. So we are starting group 8. F2's obscure. F2 F2's obscure, 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 obscure, F2's F2's obscure, 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 F2's obscure. Blunderbuss, clumsy person. Blunderbuss, obscure person. Blunderbuss, clumsy 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 person. Blunderbuss, clumsy. Cringe, shy away. Cringe, shy away, 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 cringe, shy away. Cringe, shy away, 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 cringe, shy away. Cringe, shy away, 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 cringe, shy away. Cringe, shy away, 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 cringe, shy away. Cringe, shy away, 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 cringe, shy away. Cringe, shy away, 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 cringe, shy away. In a venom to call bitterness and bad feeling. In a venom calling bitterness. In a venom calling bitterness. In venom calling bitterness. In a 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 venom calling bitterness in a nom 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 calling bitterness, 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 in a nom calling bitterness. Hedonism, clear thinking. Hedonism player seeking 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 laconic brief 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 brief laconic 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 brief oblique indirect 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 plumage feathers of bird feathers plumage bird feathers plumage bird feathers plumage bird feathers plumage bird feather plumage bird feathers 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 plumage bird feather 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 plumage bird feathers plumage bird feather 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 plumage bird feathers 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 plumage bird feather 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 resignation acceptance of fate 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 tenacious stubborn tenacious stubborn, tenacious, 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 stubborn. So now group 8 is also completed. Now we will move towards group 9 of 10 words. So until now we have covered 80 words. Now we are moving towards 81 words. 81 to 90 words and 91 to 100. Okay, let's start group 9. Accolade, honor. Accolade, honor. Accolade, honor, 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 accolade, honor. Accolade, honor, 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 honor, accolade, 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 honor. Bolster support. Bolster support. Bolster support, bolster support, bolster support, bolster support, bolster support, bolster support. Bolster support, 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 bolster support. Cryptic puzzling, 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 cryptic puzzling. Ephemeral, short-lived. Ephemeral, short-lived. Ephemeral, short-lived. Ephemeral, short-lived. Ephemeral, short-lived. Ephemeral, short-lived. Ephemeral, short-lived, 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 ephemeral, short-lived. hedonist, player seeker, 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 hedonist, player seeker. Lamentation, sorrow. Lamentation, sorrow, 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 lamentations or 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 obliterate, destroy. Obliterate, destroy, 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 obliterate, destroy. Obliterate, destroy, 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 obliterate, destroy. Plummets fall suddenly. Plummets fall suddenly. Plummets fall suddenly. Plummets fall suddenly. Plummet fall suddenly. Plummet fall suddenly. Plummet fall. 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 Plummet fall suddenly. Plummet fall. 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 Plummet fall, 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 plummet fall suddenly, plummet fall suddenly, plummet fall suddenly, plummet fall, 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 plummet fall suddenly, plummet fall suddenly, plummet fall, plummet fall, plummet fall, plummet fall. Resolution, determination, 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 resolution, determination. Tentative, not certain. Tentative, not certain, 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 tentative, not certain. So list group number 9 is completed. Now only the last group of 10 words left. Now let's complete final 10 words. AQC to agree. ACQUIESCE, exercise. There may be pronunciation not clear, but let's start. AQC, AQC, acquires. So bombast, bombast, arrogant, 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 bombast, arrogant. Curtail, cut short. Curtail, cut short, 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 curtail, cut short. Epicure, someone who appreciates good food. Epicure, lover of food, praiser of food. Epicure, 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 praiser of food, 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 epicure, Picker pressure of a 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 picker pressure of a. Here listen. 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 He'd listen, 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 he'd listen. Lampoon ridicule, lampoon ridicule. Lampoon ridicule, 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 lampoon ridicule. Lampon ridicule, 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 lampon ridicule. Oblivious, totally unaware, unaware. Oblivious, unaware, 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 unaware, oblivious, 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 aware, unaware, oblivious, 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 unaware. Podium raised platform. Podium raised platform over podium raised platform over podium raised platform, 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 podium raised platform. Resonant echoing. Resonant echoing, 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 resonant echoing. Resonant echoing, 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 echoing, resonant 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 echoing. Resonant echoing, 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 resonant echoing. Tenuous, flimsy, flimsy. Tenuous, not solid. 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 Tenuous, not solid, 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 tenuous, not solid. Now let's move toward the one word I left in group 10. Accuse, accuse, acquise, 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 to agree, acquise, to agree, ACQUIESCE, acquise, acquise, to agree, 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 acquise, acquise, to agree, 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 equals 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 to agree. Equals to agree, 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 equals to agree. So finally, the list of 100 words completed. Hope you like it. If you like it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. In order to motivate me for my motivation, you have to do it, and so that I will continue this. Okay, see you later. See you all in next video. Thank you.